Hi and welcome to Winners Corner. This Sunday we have a V75 round in the very north of Sweden at Boden racetrack. And Harry, how is the weather up there now? What type of track can we expect?
I think we can expect pretty good track conditions. I commentated Boden earlier last week, and actually was surprisingly good track conditions. And as I say, I think we can expect a pretty good track on Sunday.
Okay, let's waste no time, but instead throw ourselves over this race day. And we start in race 5. It equals the first leg in the V75 round, and it's a race for cold-blooded horses over a long distance. 2,640 meters, it's 15 of them, and they're divided up over 3 tiers. And you've managed to single out a winner for us, Harry.
Yeah, I'm having a good smile. You all laugh at me because I do dare to take the favourites, and this is a favourite that I'm not going past. It'll probably give even money, but as far as I'm concerned, it's an absolute certain winner on Sunday. And I usually say that it's not over till the fat lady sings, but I'll tell you what, the fat guy has sung, and tongue and harp is all over.
Okay, then. We see him here. Here he gets second.
Yeah, he finishes behind Belfax with Jan-Olof Persson, and look at the way he finishes here, literally showing he's back to form. And as I say, I seriously, it's the best banker of the day.
All right, then. So we start off with what seems to be a pretty safe win bet here in race 5. Horse number 9, Tangen Håp. Moving on all the way to race 8, V75's fourth leg, we have another race with circular start. 15 horses also here, but here the distance is slightly bit shorter, 2,140 meters. And what do you recommend for us here?
Well, I've gone for Aging Well. It's a Finnish visitor, Mika Forsap, a really classy individual, but hasn't been out, has had a layoff from racing for a while. And that's why I feel that there's a fairly good chance that we're going to get pretty reasonable odds. She's a very capable horse, this one. The second favourite is 3 Twice Kronos, and there's also a lot of support for a couple more horses in the race. So I think we're going to get little over odds on Aging Well, even although, again, it's favourite Harry. But rather a winner than a loser.
That's correct. Another safe win bet here in race 8 on horse number 6, Aging Well. We turn the page once again, and now on to race 9, V75 5, and here you got a show bet for us. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, Rickard Skoglund on Lindvester Vivant. We've got a picture to show you winning in grand style here. We're right bang in winter, but Lindvester Vivant wins from outside the leader and actually pulls away at the end. And I was absolutely surprised to see that she's only about 7-8% support in the V75, and I think we're going to get a pretty good show odds. As I say, the favourites, number 6, Quito Lane. There are a few very good horses in this field, but I think she's equally as good as any of them. And from draw 1, she's got a very good chance of taking the show.
A very nice show bet there in race 9 on horse number 1, Lindvester Vivant. We move on now to the daily double. We have it as usual in races 10 and 11, and in DD1 we have a long distance race over 2,640 meters. And according to the punters, number 11 Coburg Hanover with Ulf Olsson in the bike is the likely winner. And you agree, Harry?
I do agree. I've in the V75 I've taken quite a few horses, but in the double I have to single it. I like to take single combinations. And Coburg Hanover with Ulf Olsson, who's in absolute scintillating drivers form. He won 4 races yesterday. I think is a fantastic chance here with 11 Coburg Hanover in the first. And we then can go to the second, and I think you can enjoy the name there, Cash No Limit. That really appeals to me. If you want to, I can always throw in an extra, just in case, number 8 Upstream. But for me, 11-9 is a fairly reasonable combination. And again, expect about 8-9 times the money, which I think is good.
Yeah, 8 times the money is good. And we have one single combination there for the daily double. We have a V75 round also this Sunday, and it's always nice with V75, Harry, and you have composed a system for us. We can see it here. 2 bankers, and we've already talked about Tangenhop number 9. You talked yourself warm about him. And
no problem at all. It's a banker, and if I might say myself, I think the system in front of you is not that expensive, and I think we've got a really, really good covering. But as I say, Tangenhop, my banker, and then we go through to that third leg where I've banked Selma IH, and it's a bit difficult not to look past Selma IH, a fantastic horse, and he's meeting not the best. They're 2 very strong bankers, so it gives us a chance to paint a little in the rest.
Great there. 2 straight victories he comes with.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have one more race that we haven't talked about at all, and that is the second leg, which holds a big field of 14 mares now, where number 6, Celesta Brodda, has been scratched. It's over full distance, circular start. They divide it up over 3 tiers, and you mark 5 horses. Which one is the most interesting one of these ones in your book?
It's a very open race. Favourite, I think, is going to be number 4, Amanda Rose. But I like 3, Miss Heyer Yaraka with Richard Skoglund, and I think the driver is so much better than most of the drivers in this race, believe it or not. A young up-and-coming star, Richard Skoglund, and I think my main support would be for him. Shiva WF is also interesting with Hanna Olofsson. Remember that she has her horses up in that part of the world, and Hanna is a very, very capable trainer and driver, and has also been doing well recently. So I've taken enough. I think we're well covered in that race.
And also, Harry, tell us why you've chosen to mark quite a lot of horses in the last 2 legs where you earlier had bankers for the Daily Double.
Again, as I said, I've gone for Coburg, Hanover in our double, and as I say, the reason for that is basically because it's a good horse, it's consistent. But I think this is where the money lies, is that if we can get an outsider in that first leg of the double and the second leg of the double, which I've also, as I say, you can see I put 5 horses in there. And I think we have a fairly good chance of taking it home. Apart from, as I said, 11 Coburg, Hanover, you can see that I've taken number 9, Celsius Evo. There are a couple of interesting Finnish trained horses, because a lot of the Finnish horses is just over the border. And I feel that we've got a good chance of staying in. And then in the final, as I say, the final leg, I feel Cash No Limit and 8 Up Street stand up, but we've been able to throw in number 1, Little Easy, which is also an interesting outsider.
All right then, Harry, thank you so much. We have 800 combinations for the V75 system this Sunday. Of course, as always, you'll find much more information about Swedish trotting and horse betting at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. And with that, we wish you the best of luck now with your bets to Boden racetrack this Sunday. Bye-bye.